Hi there, you're in the lab with your mate JJ. Today is Maxitronix 30in1. We're going to keep on working through our Maxitronix 30in1. This is it. It's 30 projects, little electronics project lab. My silly job title for today is Wire Whisperer. Today I'm the Wire Whisperer. And the wires I'll be whispering are project number 17. This is, we're up to circuit number 17. We've passed the halfway point. This is the touching light. So we'll jump over to the computer. I'll show you the instructions. Then we'll build the circuit in KiCad. We'll do the schematic. If we can, we'll run a simulation. Then we'll bring the project over to the booth here, and we'll assemble it. And then once it's done, we'll bring it over to the bench and we'll have a look at how it behaves with the various equipment, the thermal cam and the oscilloscope and the other instruments on the bench. So let's jump over to the computer and find out what this project is.
All right. So here we are on the bench, on the workstation. We're just going to fire up the old web browser here. Now we're looking for. Let's move that across there a bit. What are we looking for? 30in1, Maxitronix 30in1. So this is publicly available, this web page. This is inthelabwithjj.com/wiki/Maxitronix30in1. You'll find it if you go to the wiki. And these are the projects we've done so far, and the one that we're up to today is number 17. The video and the show notes aren't available yet because we haven't done them. But they'll be up there by the time this goes live. So the KiCad files that we'll be making will be here. And these are the scans of the instructions. So let me just read this to you. Up until now, all of the circuits have used wire to carry or conduct electricity and make them work. However, there are other things that conduct electricity, and you will discover one you probably haven't thought of in the touching light. When you complete the wiring sequence, you will notice nothing is happening. That's okay because the circuit isn't finished yet. The final step is to touch 24 and 26 with fingers of the same hand. Surprise, the LED lights up and you are the conductor for the electricity. There is no reason for you to worry about getting a shock from this or any of the circuits in this kit because the amount of electricity being used is very low. This circuit is a 2-transistor amplifier. The small amount of electricity that flows through you completes the input and lets the power from the batteries flow in the output circuit and through the LED. Before you go on to the next circuit, try touching 24 and 26 with fingers from different hands. Does the LED still light? Wetting your fingers will help make better contact with the terminals. All right. And this is the schematic. So I don't know if they're always called a Darlington pair. If they're like this, I think they are. I think this is a Darlington pair. But it allows you to ratchet up from a very, very weak signal to a much more powerful signal. So that's good. Here is the wiring sequence. So let's just put him in the corner. What we're going to do now is open KiCad and do the simulation. So give me 1 second. All right, so I've got KiCad open here. I've got our project set up. This is project number 17. This is the schematic that we're opening now. Let's let that load. Now this is I don't understand. I have to relearn this every time. There we go. Because right click to drag and move. All right. So this is the circuit that was left over from earlier. Oh, we're not going to need all of this. All right. Well, okay. So it's actually quite a lot different, isn't it? All right. Well, let's just delete all this. Can I draw it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we're going to need two. We need two transistors, and we're going to need 4 resistors. No capacitor necessary. Just confirming that. Yep, no resistor. Sorry, no capacitor in this. Let's get rid of these. So we're going to need. Now what's duplicate? Duplicate W. I've got these really cool shortcut keys that I got from a bloke on the internet. So yeah. All right. And yeah, and in those shortcut keys, when I press the W key, that does duplication. Okay, so we're going to need to duplicate this as well, which is also W, we said, right? Yeah. All right, so we've got now we're going to need to add an LED. Okay. There's nothing that's going to oscillate in this setup, so there won't be any interesting simulation to do. It'll just basically be when these terminals are shorted out, the light will go on, and that's all that will happen. So we're going to need to add a diode. So I'll just press A to add, and up comes our component menu. And I think we just press D for diode. D for diode, yeah. I don't know if there's a LED, not sure. So which way is he going to go? This way. All right. So put him here. This one can go there. This one can go there. So we'll put a wire here. And this guy is going to go back to here. And this guy is going to come down here. And then this guy is going to go up there. And then this guy can go here. And we're going to run. Oh, this guy we're going to rotate. Put in here. All right. All right. Are we missing anything? Oh, we need to put in the resistor values. So this is 5.6K. All right. And what about this guy? He's 10K. And then this guy, 680 ohms, 680. Diode. I don't know if there's any option to I don't know if it's possible to choose. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way to is there an LED? Oh, there is. Oh, okay. All right. Well, what we might try and do then, let's get rid of that. We'll move this up. And what we'll do is we'll add an LED. There we go. All right. And we'll rotate him. Put him there. Great. We'll wire that in. All right. I wonder if I can just drop all of this down a little bit. Yeah. What about you? Yeah. Okay. An R3, 100K. 100K. All right, so now what have we got? We've got R1 5.6, R2 680, R3 we set at 100K, R4 is 10K, Q1 and Q2 are both NPN. There's an LED here, it's correct polarity, a 3-volt source, ground. We're done. And there is no simulation to do for this. When this is closed, the LED will come on. When this is open, the LED will stay off. So let's jump over to the booth and let's build this thing. All right, well here we are in the booth. So the first thing to do is take out the wires from the previous project. All right, so there's the wires all taken out. I took the headphone out because we're not going to need this for this project. This is just going to use the LED. So let's wire this guy up. All right, so that's all wired up. Let's take it over to the booth and see how it behaves. All right, so here we are on the bench. Now, the instructions say to touch 25 and 26 with fingers of the same hand. So I'm going to just try that. Oh, that worked straight out of the thing. That's great. So obviously the LED there is the actuator, and this is the sensor, just these two terminals. So I can do it with those two fingers. What about those ones? Yep. What about these ones? Yep. What about on different hands? Not quite. Oh, yep. Wow, it goes all the way through my body. Doesn't even need to, I didn't even need to lick my fingers and make them wet or anything. That's really quite amazing, isn't it? Haha, that's great. There's not going to be much to see. I can show you the thermal cam, but there won't be anything really to note. If I touch those, the LED comes on. You can't really see anything. Yeah, I'm not expecting the thermals on this to be particularly interesting. So let's go back over there. Similarly, there's no oscillations here, so we won't need the oscilloscope to measure anything. What we could do is we could check the current draw. So let me install the ammeter. All right, so that's the ammeter installed. You can see it's drawing pretty much no power at all, nothing. And if we press the sensor, the LED comes on and we're drawing, what's that, about 20 microamps. Yeah, okay, cool. Does pressing harder doesn't seem to affect it very much. But yeah, we're getting 25-ish microamps when the LED is on. And it's all the way down to 0 when the LED is not on. So is there anything else to tell you? We did thermals. We're not doing the oscilloscope. We had a look at the current draw. We tested the LED on across the body, and that's worked all the way through both arms and fingers and everything. It jumps around there a little bit, but it sort of settles down to about 25. So I think that's everything there is to say about this circuit. I'll throw over the farewell cam. We'll wrap up.
And that's a wrap. So I wasn't expecting the circuit to be as sensitive as it is. I put fingers across it, the voltage ran all the way through me, and it lit up just fine. So that was quite remarkable, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it's correct to say that the transistors in that configuration are a Darlington pair. You can also buy like little Darlington pairs that are all in one container, but we obviously built ours out of two independent NPN transistors in this instance. Nothing to see on the scope because there's no oscillator. Similarly, because there's no oscillator, there was nothing to see in the simulation. So a bit boring there today. It was interesting that absolutely no current draw, 0 microamps measured when the circuit wasn't engaged. So there's no little ghost draw there at all. And then when the circuit was completed with the human body, the LED came on. It seemed to spike a little bit, the current draw at first, but it settled down to about 24, 25 microamps after a second or two of just changing. So you might have noticed that on the multimeter. I noticed that a little bit. So yeah, I think that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching. And please remember to click like and subscribe.